All right, we are back. Everybody who's watching my live know that this is rediscovering Black conservatism. I haven't done this in a while, been very busy, but this is an important live because this hits close to home. I titled this "Race for Governor." Here with the one and only Phil Rizzo for governor. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, David. Thanks so much for having me.
No problem, no problem. And we're going to talk about, a little bit about, we don't have much time, what he's about. So just real quick, getting straight to the point for what everybody wants to know. Why do you think you're best suited to run for governor or best man for the job?
David, as I've traveled around the state, up and down, left and right, I've heard a few themes repeated over and over and over again: fear and injustice. And people are fearful that their kids are not going to get back to school. People are fearful that they're going to lose their jobs. How are they going to pay their rent? How are they going to pay their mortgage? People are fearful that they're going to have to say goodbye to their loved ones on a Zoom call if, God forbid, the unthinkable happens. And there's a lot of injustice. People are feeling like their votes don't count. People are wondering why their job is deemed non-essential, but their neighbors is deemed essential. Fear and injustice they're two common themes that I keep running across. And so with my background as a businessman, a third generation real estate developer, and I own my own small construction company, I have a business management degree from Villanova University. But for the last 10 years, my family and I, we've started two churches in Hudson County, in urban blue Hudson County.
Right. Right.
And we've been ministering to those people. And what I realized is that our message of hope and healing through everything that's coming, my pastoral and ministry experience helps in that area. And then we've got to get back to business. And so I'm a unique candidate. I have a business mind, but I have a pastor's heart. And so that's why I believe I'm the right man for the job. We have a lot of unique challenges, and I'm certainly a unique candidate.
Right, right. It's funny that you said that. I think we spoke about this off camera, and I feel like I think I've said this off camera, there's two types in the party. You have the big money people, the people at the top of the food chain, and then you have the voters, or what you call the people, the will of the people. I feel like in this situation, you're the underdog. Like you have the heart of the people. So what do you think it is about you where the people want you, not necessarily the top of the food chain, the insiders in Trenton, but the people on the ground, they want to see you successful? What do you attribute that to?
As I said, with the people of New Jersey, they are currently feeling like their lives, the control and the destiny of their lives has been completely taken away from them. They can't decide whether their kids are going to school. They're starting to lose control of what their children are being taught within the curriculum. They're losing control of whether they're able to actually go to work and make money. They feel like they're losing control. And the reason why they feel like they're losing control is because of the political elites down in Trenton. And some of it is red and some of it's blue. And regardless, listen, I'm a fair person. When people come into our church, we don't ask them if they're Democrats or Republicans, right? So I always see people for who they are. And there are good people on both sides of the aisle. But it's the aisles in Trenton that people are blaming for having lost control of their individuality. And they are sick and tired of the establishment, the political elites, and quite honestly, maybe fairly or unfairly, they're blaming both sides of the aisle. And so I am a GOP candidate, but as I mentioned, I'm a unique candidate where I want to fight for the will of the people. I'm a father of 4 teenagers. That's a lot of fun. I'm a husband to my wonderful wife, Jennifer, and we are family people. We enjoy, pasta on Sunday after church. I mean, we're old school. And I want to fight for New Jersey families statewide, whether they're red or blue. And that message is resonating throughout the state.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and I think we spoke offline, and I think that if you go across social media, you're seeing that more and more as far as your rollout of your campaign video. People are really starting to take to it. So I guess what people want to know is, if you become governor, what do you think is the most important issue that your administration would tackle first, like first order of business? What do you think?
The first thing we're going to do is we're going to open the state. I mean, that is vitally important. The lockdowns are excessive. The lockdowns are without consistency. And so I'm a freedom kind of guy. And so if a person wants to keep their child home from school, if they want to send their child to school with a mask, I believe they have the right to do that. But I don't believe that those mandates should come out of Trenton. You know, that's my problem with the Murphy administration. I say that Phil Murphy's ruling with an iron fist and a ballpoint pen. And in our ministry, we put no restrictions on people. We've not closed any in-person services. We've not mandated masks or social distancing. We've not capped capacity, but we did in fact add live streaming. And we know people wanted to stay home. And if people came to church, they'd have that right. And if they wanted to come to church with a mask, they had that right, or they could come without. And so what a Rizzo administration would look like, it would look like what government answering to the people looks like, and not the other way around. We've got this thing all twisted from the way our founding fathers have set it up. The government is for the people, by the people, and I should be looking to support the citizenry and not having them support my ideas.
Right, very true. I'm just looking. Okay, we still got a few minutes. Now it's interesting you said that, and going against a Phil Murphy administration, how do you handle the criticism of him potentially saying that, you know, you may not be following CDC guidelines, you're not following the science, you know? What do you say if you go against him? He says, hey, man, everybody needs to wear a mask. You're not following CDC guidelines. And how do you respond to that?
Hey, listen, Phil Murphy can peddle fear and fake science all he wants. But the fact of the matter is that Phil Murphy's science declared our church, City Baptist Church, closed and non-essential. But if the marquee over the front door said City Liquors, it would have been opened. So I will challenge Phil Murphy on his fake science any day. And I'm not going to back down to him, and he could try and message all he wants. But New Jersey has heard it loud and clear, and it's Phil Murphy's science and policy decisions that have killed 8,000 seniors. And so he's not one to talk about record of endangering lives. He's ruling statistically the whole world in deaths, and we're not going to let him get away with that.
Right. And you as a candidate, you know, there's been a lot in the news you see with Phil Murphy, and then Governor Cuomo. He is, you know, basically going down in a ball of flames now. Do you think that Phil Murphy took that same route, as far as he knew that these things were going on in the nursing home and he ignored it like Governor Cuomo? Do you feel that he did that like Governor Cuomo, like they ignored the numbers and they knew what the numbers were?
Here in New Jersey, our residents are smart enough, and they have a memory that dates back 13 months. And they remember when coronavirus made its first real impact in America. It was in Washington State, in a senior home. It's always been the elderly that have been the most vulnerable. That's where it made landfall. That's the way we always knew it was, because that's what captured our attention. When in one old age home, there was a number of deaths. And so Cuomo and Murphy, they were in lockstep with their decisions. They recruited in Lamont from Connecticut, the unholy trinity, as we call them. We've made some phenomenally disastrous policy decisions. They did it together. They did it unified, and now they're all going to go down together too.
Right. I think we got enough time for one more question. Just real quick, for all of those that's going to be watching, that are watching, if you want to donate, once again, just tell people, just in case they don't know, how can they donate to your campaign? Just in case, you know.
Sure. Thank you for the opportunity to let people know that our campaign website is jerseyrizzo.com. jerseyrizzo.com. There's an area where you could sign our petition. We'd love to have you do that. We're looking for 1,000 signatures to get us on the ballot. And then there's a donate button. We ask you to give what you can. And first, peruse the site. Make sure we align with your family values. And again, there's no mistake as a former pastor. I'm not looking to pastor the state of New Jersey, but I'm clearly in the right lane. We are going to appeal to our conservative base, but we know that getting the state opened and getting kids back to school and get businesses open, that's a New Jersey family situation. And
Right.
Democrats have restaurants too, and their industry is being crushed. Democrats have teenage children that are feeling anxiety and depression and thoughts of suicide. David, the teen suicide rate in New Jersey, the suicide rate has increased 40% over the last year. That's not a red and blue issue. We are in the right lane, but we are messaging to everybody because I want to fight for all New Jersey families, regardless of party affiliation. And so I think that's why we have so much steam, so much energy, so much momentum behind our campaign right now.
Yeah, good. Real quick, I know that time is of the essence for you. Real quick, a lot of people's businesses, a lot of people, their livelihood have been taken away from them. Just real quick, can you detail your experiences with businessmen that have been shut out? What's your experience been like when you talk to those type of people that their whole life has been going up in smoke?
Absolutely. I've seen throughout New Jersey, again, families have the decisions taken away from them because of an overbearing government that has intruded into every area of our lives. They're feeling desperate. They're feeling hopeless. And what the Rizzo administration after November's election is going to do is we're going to reestablish hope. We're going to help our state heal from the disease that is Phil Murphy. The virus will be behind us.
Okay.
But the disease of Phil Murphy is what we're really going to need healing from. And we're going to take New Jersey to prosperity and make sure that we treat everybody with fairness and kindness and get people their lives back.
Very good. I know you're a very busy guy and you got to go. I'm going to just say it one more time. We got about 3 minutes. If you guys want to donate, if you guys want to volunteer, if you want to be a supporter, just tell them one more time, philrizzo.com, right? Is that correct?
jerseyrizzo.com. jerseyrizzo.com. There's a place to volunteer. We're looking for people to help with door knocking and phone calls, and there's plenty of areas. We are fighting for New Jersey families. So the more New Jersey families we have on board, this is a team effort. We're going up against the establishment. Okay. We're going up against the GOP in the primary, and then we're going up against the Democrats in the general. And we look forward to being victorious together as New Jersey families come together into our campaign.
All right, man. Well, you know, I had a bunch of questions lined up. As everybody knows, you're dealing with a busy guy. I just want to take the time to thank you for coming on for the time that was allotted to us. You can go back and you can watch this live stream and hear what this guy has to say and what he wants to do for New Jersey. Once again, jerseyrizzo.com. He's already told you, so you know where to go. And we just want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule.
I appreciate it. I enjoyed the time we have, and we'll get together. We'll give an update here real soon. I'll come back on again.
All right. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Thanks, David.
All right.